I think this conference provides a very important planning platform for CFOs to get together and get a sense of the outlook for the economy. That's what I try to focus on, as well as some of the key strategic developments that are relevant for CFOs in leading their firms.
The world is changing very fast, and CFOs, all of us who are in business, have to keep along with the change. And it's through events like this where we can share with each other lessons learned, mistakes made, and how can we do things better.
This is my third year for this conference. Last year I participated as a speaker. This year I'm participating as a delegate. It was a real good opportunity for me to attend a conference of this nature, represented by CFOs of leading companies, where I had the opportunity to interact with many CFOs.
From a sponsorship standpoint, it's been great to just have these uninterrupted conversations with the CFOs about what's top of mind for them, and particularly from a technology standpoint, what are the innovations, what are the solutions that they're looking for to really transform their organizations.
It's been great interaction with senior CFOs who have been really engaged, sharing their thoughts on best practices from shared services to analytics, balancing intuition and data. We've managed to get a lot of feedback, not only from our presentation in our booth.
It's been actually a really good experience for us. Plenty of opportunity to meet with a lot of people. It's a lot better than I had anticipated, to be absolutely honest. But it's also very targeted, and so we're really very pleased to actually be here.
I've been through all 4 CFO innovation forums in the past, and this year I particularly like about the organization, and I like the polling sessions where the participants are able to ask the questions and they get very engaged, and the questions have the votes so that you can focus on the questions that they want to hear about.
Sometimes in conferences, the topics are not really things that generate a lot of buzz, but so far the QuestNext events, which are my favorite, are actually the ones that have very interesting topics.
The selection of the topics are very good, and I think Caesar did a good job. It stays relevant at the point of time of the situation in the economy. Things like companies are really now looking at shared services, so that's relevant. And I think to put SAP, Oracle and NetSuite all together, I think it actually opens the eye of some of the participants.
I think one of the key risks with finance people is that we get stuck at our desks a lot, looking at our individual business and our own way of doing things. And conferences like this help to bring people together to share ideas, whether it's on IT, whether it's on pure financial management, whether it's about how you communicate with other people inside your organization. So this type of conference is a great refresher for people to benchmark against others and remind themselves on best practices and improve ways of doing things.
Firstly, I met a lot of CFOs here who are able to share a lot of information, share a lot of their experiences, and me as a speaker, I'm able to share with them my experiences and exposures in my company.
I think this is a very good platform for finance executives to meet one another, to exchange ideas, and as well to keep up to date on the industry at large. And for us, I think it's a good place for us to meet them as well, because they are very much our target audience.
This is a great conference at this time of the year, great place for us to get together, understand each other's challenges, which is not unusual, and getting to know what's the latest in the technology, like the theme for this year, Retooling Finance in the New Post-Financial Crisis. Very timely, very aptly for all of us.
I really liked the way it was coordinated. There were a lot of interesting participants. We've had some interesting conversations with some people, and I guess it'll take some, as a follow-through from this event, we'll be getting in touch with them to see how we are able to work with some of these folks.
There's a lot of good speakers available. The things that I've learned today is about dashboard management, which impressed me a lot, and I think I'm inspired to implement that to my company.
This event has been quite successful, from our perspective as sponsor, because it gives us a platform to meet with a lot of CFO and all those major decision makers in the company, where we can able to share our solution with them in person. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with the crowd, and I look forward for next year's event.
NetSuite is a very aggressively growing software as a service ERP company, and in Asia our brand is not well established yet. So the conference thus far has the right roles, business types and size companies. It gives us access to the right people in the region to get our name out.
Some of the panels have been fantastic. We had one panel which had good Singaporean CFOs, had good regional CFOs, had CFOs in the new media industry and CFOs from the old industry. And it was a very fantastic discussion that went on in the panel. I mean, we were sitting there, a bunch of us, just cracking up.
The number of questions this year has been phenomenal compared to past years. And what we've seen talking to the sponsors as well is that it's been a very strong event. They look forward to it growing out. And it also is something that's coming up is that we'll be growing out regionally with these sponsors that want to move into new markets like Malaysia, Beijing, Japan, Indonesia.